sweaty. It might be a combination of the heat starting to rise in the day here, or a hot flash, or both. I have a feeling it's both, but I thought let's just get raw and messy with this one. You're gonna see me in all my sweatiness. You're gonna see a new layout here, which is my bed blanket, and then I'll start to fancy it up. So you're seeing the rawness of like the first indoor reading here. I tried to find space on the beach this morning, but it was a little too busy and the tide was high, so there wasn't a lot of like space to like spread out and do a reading at the beach this morning like I really intended. So I got home, got ready, went to the farmer's market, came home, like condensed all my greens that I bought, like chopped it up so fit it in our little fridge, and then came in here to just meditate, do a little prayer, say what message wants to come through, and then I got sweaty. So what you're seeing is like my iPad, the front facing camera. You're seeing a photo I took yesterday or the day before. Days are weird here, so I have no idea when I took that. Maybe yesterday morning or maybe my first full morning here, which would have been Thursday. Yeah. And so that's the beach, that's the sunrise, and I set that as my background because I just have a blank white peeling wall behind me that's not very exciting, you know. And so I'm at the beach in my bed, beach bed. And then this is my camera on a tripod, my phone camera on a tripod, so I can move it around. We're just gonna play with angles and see what feels good. And then I voice journaled this morning, which I'll post. I haven't done any computery things yet this morning because I like to make the most of my mornings here outdoors before the sun really does its thing, where you're like, burnt to a crisp in 2 minutes, which happens. It happens. And we're gonna be doing body work this week, and we can't be running around in sunburns and having people touch it and be like, So it's a real concern here. And so I thought, now that the house is a little quiet, it may not sound quiet, they're fixing the toilet, my housemate's toilet, and they just brought a new tank of propane over for the stove. So they're doing a little bit of maintenance here, so it won't be too loud, I don't think. And then I figure, let's just see what message wants to come through. Oh, well, what I was saying is like this morning when I was voice journaling, I feel like, I feel sweaty is what I feel. I feel like there's a shift happening with things, and it's a little bit of a confusing time. Like these last few weeks have just been so much like passion and clarity, and then now I'm settling in here. It's like, ooh, as the sand sort of settles to the ocean floor kind of feeling. It's like, oh, things feel a little different, not negative or positive, and not neutral. We learned in A Course in Miracles, like I have no neutral thoughts. Excuse me, I ate an empanada from the farmer's market, and it was amazing. Potato, papa empanada papa. And so, papas, yeah. And it's just this slight confusion, which probably, when you think about confusion, underneath it all, there's probably a fear barrier there. Like when you think about, if, like we were talking about in A Course in Miracles, if everything is on a spectrum of either love or fear, we have no neutral thoughts, like, I feel totally neutral. No, like when you look around, you're like, love, oh, fear, love. Like, or it may be a different level of the spectrum at some point for people, like anger and excitement. I truly believe everything boils down to love or fear. Hate is not the opposite of love. Fear is constricting, love is expanding. So that's where I'm at right now, is just truly believing that. And so when I look around, I'm like, okay, love, oh, fear, love, you know, you can start to sense, I can start to sense like immediately where I fall on that spectrum, even if it's just a hair to one side or the other, because I realize, yeah, I don't have neutral thoughts. I love that lesson this morning, and of course Miracles was yesterday's lesson. And so as I think about these readings, which I still feel so called to do, I just want to get better. I do have a little fear that maybe I'm just like, I don't know, there's probably a little fear like when they don't, like I want to get faster and really like, boom, that's what it's about. Right now I'm still a little slow. Like I'm really, because I feel like I'm trying to do its due diligence of like really feeling into it. And I think I've been getting better. And then when I started to do a few readings, I recorded several since I've been here. Haven't posted them except for Friday Feelings, which was at the beach. And that was on Thursday. Ever since then, I've recorded, I don't know, 5 or more. And I'm like, something doesn't feel just right. And I don't know if that's like a fear barrier of like, I feel like a call to really hone this craft, this intuition. And I'm feeling my way through it. Like, is there a practice I need to adopt? Do I need to sit literally in silence longer? Do I need to just dance ecstatically along the beach, you know, like get into my creative body? So I'm just really trying to feel into like, what's my path right now? Because I feel like on our healing journeys, it's always changing, it's always evolving. And I feel like since I've landed and the sand is settling to the bottom of this emotional depth, this ocean inside me. You can tell I'm a water sign with my moon in Scorpio. It's all about water. I feel like things are shifting. The sands are shifting. It's a good song, Shifting Sands. I think that's the name. And so I'm like, well, what is that? I'm curious. I'm excited to understand how it's shifting because I know this healing journey doesn't stay the same for long. And in fact, my trend tends to be about 2 to 4 weeks in one state, in one mode, in one like, you know, and within that mode there's flavors, there's like nuance, but then the big shifts happen, it seems like 2 to 4 weeks. That's been my experience. It hasn't been exact. So I'm like, well, it has been over a month. It's been a little bit over a month that I've been in this mode, and I'm like, how's it changing? How's it shifting? And I'm just saying, like, I know it'll be revealed to me. I trust. I'm listening. Use me. That's still a mantra that just feels so good to me. And I'm not all about mantras, but that one keeps coming back as this quick reminder of like, it's beyond me. I stepped into this path for something beyond myself, but for myself. And then therefore for others in my experience. And so right now I'm like, what is this? So sorry for the lead up to this reading. I just felt like it'd be great to share where I'm at right now. And maybe then whatever comes through will just have a little more context. I don't know what's gonna come out. So, and it's also like just feeling into like what spreads really make me feel like I understand this. Not with the head, but with the intuition, you know? Like, oh, yeah, that's what this is about. No, just like dancing around and being confused. I mean, maybe that's where I am right now. Just, maybe that's where I am right now. Sitting in the discomfort of confusion because this girl does not like to be confused. Her whole life, it's been like, nope, I know exactly what that's about. You know, if I'm confused, I figure it out quick. I'm like, oh, no, we can't be confused. Yeah, maybe that's my lesson right now. Maybe that's where I am. And just voicing that gives me some grace to myself. You know, like, okay, girl. I don't know, I'm just calling myself girl. I'm a full-grown woman. So let's do a little reading. Maybe this is all related. Who knows? And you know, that's the other thing I mentioned, that shifting those ideas about the days of the week. That was a useful tool for a while, for those few weeks. And then I'm like, I always had this feeling like it was temporary. Like I'm not routine-y. I do not like same old routine. I like to feel, I like to flow on the water sign. So it's like, I knew that was shifting, and guess what? It's been 3 weeks where I felt like, oh, it's time. And maybe there's something to do with like, we're shifting, I'm gonna follow it, I'm gonna trust it. Where are we going? I'm so confused, what's gonna happen, you know? So that's really what this is all about. Thanks for listening. You know, I told you I was gonna figure out chapters. I still feel like I wanna do that for you, so you can skip past this gooey stuff and get to the reading. Alright, thank you, Spirit. Let's see what you have for us. What message do people need to hear whenever they hear it and on their own timeline? Thank you. I'm gonna do a 9-card spread. Can you see those? Okay, I don't do reversals just because for the sake of their reversal, like this Page of Pentacles, for example, came out upside down. However, I've been feeling like I want to leave them like that so that I remember, because I keep wanting to remember, oh wait, did that come out in the reversal? Because it does sometimes really spark something in me to remember, like, oh yeah, that did come out in the reversal, and now that's why I'm feeling into this the way I'm feeling. So it's just a little reminder to me. I still read both ways as it fits. Wow. Okay, maybe these are all in the reversal. That's fun. That was Spirit saying, you goofball, just turn them all upside down. Okay, the overall reading, or overall energy is Temperance. Oh, you can't see that there. Can't figure out this camera stuff. Temperance. Which, you know, it's like trusting in the divine, not just the divine timing of things, there's some element of that, but like the divine manifestation of things. Like trusting in the way that the universe can do something even greater than bigger than our greatest expectations, and greater than we can even do it ourselves. Like just, it's almost like, it's like a trust thing along with balance. Temperance is also about moderation, balance, but also that trusting in the divine alchemy of the way synchronicity, that's the simplified way to say it. Trusting in that. There's something about that, maybe a little bit of moderation, we'll see. Now, so many came out in the reverse, I'm gonna flip these around. To me, it really means more if it's like 1 or 2. Okay, so I'm gonna stretch my legs because we are sitting cross-legged and these knees are old. So Ace of Wands, I'm not gonna hold up the cards. You'll see them. I just want to get through this since I already took so much of your time. And it's Saturday. So the Ace of Wands in your current experience, your current situation, is something about a divine spark, a gift of inspiration, of some passionate endeavor, perhaps. And then in your immediate past, there's the 9 of Cups, which is like this feeling of satisfaction, emotional, when you feel emotional satisfaction, it's like the waters of the mind have calmed a little bit. Not the waters, but you know, and you feel more like, oh, everything's fine in my heart space, you know. So there could be something like, because you felt that way, now Spirit, or there's some divine inspiration saying, here, now, this. Or, you know, because you felt love, like everything good comes from a place of love, now the universe is saying, and now you're ready for this gift. Or you're saying, this feeling here has blossomed, like I have now recognized what my purpose is. Like this is like divine purpose, you know, why did we come here? What did we say we wanted to do with this life? And then, of course, I might be reading too big into this. I haven't looked at all the cards yet, really. And so the Queen of Pentacles in your immediate potential future is like really nurturing that endeavor, that passion, whatever that is. You're going to take care of it and watch it grow. This is like a successful earthly realm kind of past, present, future. So that's really nice. And with the Temperance card, overseeing all of this, like giving this context, it's saying like the universe is on your side. Just lead from a place of love. Like this is like love, satisfaction, that cups energy is of the heart, and intuition. And then this Queen of Pentacles is like the mother card of tarot, so they say. And so it's like she's all nurturing, all heart, all adoration. And so it's like you've got all that, which is beautiful. And the universe is on your side. And it's going to help you manifest this greater than you could have done it yourself. It's almost like you've experienced some amount of satisfaction in your life up to this point, and you're ready to like loosen the reins and say, show me something better than I can do, universe. And the universe is like, bam, wand. And then you're like, oh, my baby. Anyway, we'll clarify these. And so what we have in our, like, what I'm gonna do is in our present situation, which is the middle, this is past, present, future. This is our immediate experience in the middle. The bottom row is like what's maybe in our subconscious, what we're not ready to see, what's coming, what's asking to be like investigated inside that we haven't recognized yet, or maybe we've been pushing it to the back burner, distracting ourselves. So it's like basically the subconscious or unconscious thoughts, or the conscious thoughts that you're not ready to look at yet. But now, because this is in the reading, it's like, now's the time to look at them. And then up here are conscious thoughts, what we're really trying to like, with our willpower and our mind, like trying to like produce in the world, you know? So if we go to the subconscious, we have, in the immediate experience, we have the Two of Cups. And these are also like our hopes and desires, maybe some fears. And so in our immediate, in our present situation, we have this potentially a desire for partnership, like mutual respect. There's like a divine, because there's like a divine strength tying this energy or supporting this energy of partnership, of really, it's beyond you. Whatever this is, it's not just for you. There's another energy here involved, and you know it, and you want that. You're not trying to push it away. There's something here though that I feel like this truly is a hope and a desire in your heart. Now in the immediate past, this is it kind of goes together here. It's so cool. This Eight of Pentacles is like, you've been heads down hard at work, manifesting this Nine of Cups energy that you're pretty satisfied with. So you've been doing the work in the physical 3D world, and you know, like here, there's really nothing to look at. I don't see any like, well, why have you been so a workaholic? You know, it's not that kind of energy I'm feeling into. It really does feel like you're just ready for something more. You have this feeling that there's something more to life, and you've done a pretty good job on your own. And then Spirit's like, and you know this, yeah, if I let go of the reins just a little bit, everything's gonna turn out even better than I could have manifested on my own. And so this is just confirmation that you've been doing good hard work. Now maybe that comes from like a workaholic thing. We don't have to go into that today. Just maybe inquire about it and see if like, yeah, what was that all about? If it resonates. And then in the immediate future, for the Five of Wands in the subconscious, or what we might need to take a look at, is potentially like letting go of those reins. Like there's still gonna be this tendency to like this is you with the wand, like this is me doing it, like of my own willpower, of my own thoughts and imagination and creativity, and just push. And so this is usually a card of like friendly rivalry, competition. It's not a negative thing, but it does tend to point to ego space versus like divine space or heart space. Divine, I just mean like beyond the physical self, like spirit, universe, whatever you resonate with. And so this is like, just keep this in mind that as you go forward, if you really do loosen the reins a little bit, just be mindful of like, just check your ego a little bit once in a while, because it might want to just keep pushing. And it's like, you might need to develop some new or enhanced relationship with your higher power, whatever that is, your higher self, the universe, trusting in the divine manifestation of things. Like, let go of the how. Just find your why, but let go of the how. That's the key. Remember that. I don't know why that came through. And so in our immediate experience in our mind, it's like we know we want this new, fresh thing. We have a youthfulness about it. We're ready for it. It's like, I'm ready for it to just be a fresh start to something, like a new project, new endeavor, a new phase of life. Ooh, that got chills. Like, I feel like it's a new phase of life. Because that other phase has kind of run its course. You're satisfied. And look, here in the immediate past, like, look at this, pure satisfaction, King of Pentacles. There's some amount of abundance you've generated in your 3D life. When I say 3D, I mean like the material world, like in your physical material reality. You've manifested maybe some financial stability, maybe some good friend groups and social relationships. Like, you feel like, yeah, this is all right. Like, I've done good work in my life. And then, but when we get into the present situation, you're like, yeah, but there's more, and I want that. I'm like, there's something more. And then in the immediate future, man, this is such a cool reading, because it's such a solid story for you. I mean, there just doesn't seem to be a lot missing. We'll clarify, but it's like, I was talking about that confusion earlier. I'm not confused about this at all. Like, maybe I just had to get that out. But this, in the immediate future with the Four of Cups, this is saying like, you're it's like, you're worried that you're never gonna recognize that future state of fulfillment, like something beyond what you've been able to do on your own. It's like, look at that character. I know you can't see it. Let's go back here. It's like the Four of Cups is like, look at all that abundance, and then this divine hand is coming out of the universe saying, just look at this. You have it right in front of you. And you're like, no, I'm not recognizing it. And so it's this kind of like dissatisfaction is exactly what it is. It's like, I'm not satisfied. And so there's a little worry there that this is like, that you're just going to continue in the same way of going through the world. And that spark, that like maybe not even recognizing the path forward. It's like he's looking down, like staying in his current, like, I only see what's right in front of me. And there's gonna be an element of trust here. Trusting in this temperance, the divine nature of how this is going to come into your life. And so based on that, I am curious about, I'm gonna pull a mystical shaman card. I didn't bring all my oracles, and so I don't have a lot of like, wait a minute. Yeah, we'll do that another time. I'm gonna there's a reason I pulled only these cards out, so I'm gonna go with it. We'll do the mystical shaman. It's so tiny, look. They're like little babies. It's my travel version. Comes in this nice tin, like for travel. And so what I like to do is give us an overall context for this reading, so that when we clarify, it's just like boom, we know exactly how it relates. No questions. So thank you, Spirit. Magic. Interesting. You can see it real clearly. Woo. There it is. I love how, like, when I get it close enough, it's like bam. That's kind of how Spirit shows me images. It's like floating into me and bam. So anyway, magic number 33. Well, I love the 33 number. It's all about harmony. in the way you can bring three elements together and create something totally different and new that blends together perfectly. Magic, the essence. This symbol represents the infinite intelligence of Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe, and that's us being called to trust in that intelligence of Great Spirit. Oh my God. We experience the evidence of this magic through synchronicity. We just said that word earlier. Or meaningful coincidence. Oh, this is when I just like, thank you. The invitation. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in the great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize the dance and synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is the sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Oh, I just got chills. I told you this wasn't about another person. It's about the Spirit person. Sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, and to watch for the signs that show you what next action to take. Right now it appears that you're on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. You guys, I have so many chills right now. It's a confirmation of everything we've just talked about. Thank you. The medicine. Have you forgotten that you live in a world that is infused with magic? Perhaps you've become cynical and think you have to create your life all by yourself with no help from others. This is that energy. It's time to remember your relationship to Source, for you are part of the story of the world, a living spark of spirit, living on earth for this short time as an emissary of light. Ooh, beautiful. If you look back over your life, I'm sorry, my posture is terrible because of this bed. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of out-of-the-blue coincidences that led you to that new relationship, job, or other important moment on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be as a little child and cultivate that wondrous curiosity, you will see the magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and in everything. You know what's interesting about that? Because as soon as it's like that child energy of curiosity, that's what this Page of Pentacles is exactly. It's youthful. It's looking up at it like, so it's so much curiosity and hope. It's like you already have that because this is in your conscious mind. You have all the tools to do this. You have tools as in like, you have like those seeds already planted in you to do this, meaning to create, you want this too. We said this is in your heart space, this sacred partnership. The divine strength in that sacred partnership. And you just have it, okay? So what I'd like to do is, let's see if we can, like, whoops, sorry, jiggly tap. Oh, I'm so thirsty. It's getting hot here. I had to pick up some more electrolytes for later. And I love this magic and this temperance. I'm gonna put those right there. So this might be where we go into the extended. So if there's a link below, that means we did an extended. And if this wraps up quickly, then I won't chop it up into an extended. We'll just deliver it all. But I have a feeling we're gonna go a little bit long because I've already had my morning on the beach in the farmer's market, and I just feel like sitting here a few minutes more and talking with you guys. And I think there's still some maintenance going on out there. I don't know what they're doing. So anyway,